And now it's time for RTB 101, and this is the segment where we talk about practical questions to equip our viewers to share their faith with their friends and family more effectively. Today I'm here with RTB's Vice President of Science Apologetics, biochemist, Dr. Fuz Rana. Welcome, Fuz.
Hey, Krista.
Glad to have you here today. And I want to talk about those, what I like to call divine opportunities. Those moments that we have that maybe we're going to be at a holiday party coming up, or maybe we're taking a trip, we're on an airplane, and we encounter somebody that we find ourselves in a faith conversation with them. And maybe they're more of an analytical type of person, they're more of a thinker, maybe they even are a scientist. So let's just kind of imagine a scenario right now. I'm going to pick on your mom, okay? Let's say your mom's on an airplane coming out to visit you, and she finds herself sitting next to a scientist. Should she even try to engage him in a conversation, or is that like not a good idea?
Oh, no, I think it's a great idea.
Because she's not a scientist.
Oh, it's a great idea to engage him in a conversation. And I think the first thing that we want to do is let them know that we are interested in them for who they are.
Okay.
And so if this is a scientist, I think it's natural to ask them, well, what was it like to become a scientist? How did you go about that process? And what did you study? And you could ask them about their research, you know, what are they working on now? And those kind of questions, just to give them the sense that you care about them and you're interested in them. Those
are some fantastic practical questions, because I don't know if I would know right away what to ask a scientist. I might just feel a little intimidated and think like, ooh, they're a scientist. I don't, you know, maybe I'll take a nap on the airplane. But those are some great ideas of what I could ask.
And then once you get them talking, you can become a little bit more philosophical. What is it that you find fascinating about science?
Oh, okay.
You know, what really drew you into science? Do you think that when you study nature as a scientist that you're discovering beauty? Do you think things are beautiful? Do you think things are remarkable? And almost all scientists are going to say yes to those questions. And then you might even say, well, do you think that God exists as a scientist? And, you know, and if they say no, ask them, well, why not? You know, get them talking, find out what they think and what they believe about those kind of questions.
So really the power of questions is what's driving that conversation.
Exactly.
So it's not a telling conversation, it's not a debating conversation. It's just really an inquiry into another human being to find out more about them.
And then I think at that point you could say, look, you know, I'm a Christian, and you shouldn't give them reasons why they should become a Christian, but rather reasons why you are a Christian.
Okay.
What makes you believe that God exists? What makes you think that Christianity is true? And then, you know, continue the conversation by asking them, well, what do you think about that?
Okay. So now if I'm in that kind of airplane scenario or at a dinner party, maybe I want to help encourage them to continue the discovery. What kinds of resources might I encourage them to check out, and maybe what even do I not want to recommend?
Well, you know, the thing that you want to do is point out the fact that there are men and women of science who are Christians. And so point them to websites that are websites that represent scientists that are working in faith areas.
So they could check out reasons.org.
Reasons.org would be a prime example, or recommend a book that they might check out that reflects their interest. Now, it could be that that person might be a biochemist, but maybe they have an interest in cosmology. So by asking questions, you're going to be able to identify that resource, that book, a video that they might find interesting, and then offer to gift it to them.
Those are some great tips, Fuz, and I hope that everyone out there watching us right now, as they're engaged in their holiday parties and their holiday travels, they'll have a little more courage to step into those divine opportunities and take that moment for Jesus. I want to encourage everyone to check out on our Reasons.org website the key phrase, apologetic strategies, for more tips. There's some articles there that I've written along these lines. So I want to say once again, thanks for joining us, Dr. Fuz Rana. And now I think we're going to go over to Monica. She's going to give us a special Thanksgiving greeting from our team here at Reasons to Believe.